One Zambia, one nation. You are watching Zanis News. I am your presenter, Henry Himonde. The top stories in our news. President Hakainde Hichilema to commission Kasama Airport. Chief Bundabunda hails government for free education. And journalists urged to embrace solution-based reporting. And now for the details. The newly refurbished Kasama Airport is earmarked for commissioning tomorrow, Provincial Minister Leonard Mbao has announced. Mr. Mbao has confirmed the development to Zanis, indicating that the state-of-the-art infrastructure will be commissioned by President Hakainde Hichilema. Pethias Mtale has the details.
This is the expanded Kasama Airport here in Northern Province. This 3-kilometer runway was a gravel from the time this airport was established, but now it's tarred. The apron was also gravel, but this is what it has become. And President Hakainde Hichilema will tomorrow, November 24th, 2023, land here to officially commission its operations. Leonard Mbao is Northern Province Minister.
The 24th of November 2023. The President is expected to touch down at Kasama Airport at around 10 hours. We therefore wish to invite the general public to come and welcome His Excellency the President. This tour is very, very important because he's coming specifically to officially commission our new airport. As you might be all aware, Kasama Airport has been completed. It was completed somewhere around August.
The expanded Kasama Airport will not only accommodate larger aircrafts, but it will also enhance economic activities in the northern circuit, especially in the areas of agriculture, mining, and tourism. Pethias Mutale for Zanis News at the expanded Kasama Airport in Northern Province.
In education news, learners in Chitambo and Serenje districts in Central Province have thanked government for introducing the Constituency Development Fund boarding school bursary. Pupils from Justin Mukando, Mailo, and Serenje Boys boarding secondary schools say the bursary component has helped many vulnerable children get into school. More in this report.
I wanted to enter boarding. Now my mom didn't have money for me to enter boarding, but when they applied for me for CDF, I'm proudly in boarding school. And
I used to come from a far distance place, which is called Penshaw. So I had a challenge according to management of time. I used to come late to school, missing some lessons because of the distance. Now the CDF has helped me to come into boarding so that I can access to the lessons which I was missing.
These are some of the testimonies from beneficiaries of the CDF boarding school bursaries in Chitambo and Serenje districts. The component has continued to give an opportunity to less privileged children to attend an education.
It was very hard for me to access education, yes. And I had few challenges as my father passed away. Only my brother was there to take care of me, but he also had family members that he also needed to actually take to school, of which was a very big challenge for me to access education. And mostly I would even stay home. Meanwhile, my friends are learning. So as CDF came through, I am able to access everything that I missed out before.
I had some challenges in money paying for my school fees. So we decided to apply on CDF. And since then, CDF has been a big help to us.
And they helped me a lot, and they also helped my mother due to all the challenges. They took the burden that she had, so CDF has helped me a lot. It has helped me to pay my school fees and everything.
Justin Mukando Secondary School head teacher says the fund is a relief to both learners and parents.
Then in terms of pupils, it has been a very big relief. Yes. Most of these learners, young as they are, previously when a parent has not paid on time, there was a psychological effect on the child. You find this child is not settled in school. Even when you assure them, okay, we'll give you a meal card, they will still feel very bad that they have not paid fees. So it could affect even their studies.
Thank you so much to government for providing us with this facility, because we are really thankful as pupils.
Kelvin Tembo for Zanis in Chitambo District, Central Province.
Meanwhile, Chief Bundabunda of the Soli people of Rufunsa District has commended government for the successful implementation of the free education policy. The traditional leader, however, states that the biggest challenge remaining in most schools in his chiefdom is inadequate space for learners. Details in this report by Jonathan Mkuka.
Government has continued receiving praises for the successful implementation of the free education policy. Chief Bundabunda of the Soli people of Rufunsa says free education has, however, resulted in inadequate spaces for the learners. Chief Bundabunda was speaking at Nangwenya during a groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of St. Abel Primary and Secondary Schools by Apostle Church of John Marage, said there's need to construct more schools.
New Dawn administration under the tutelage of Hakainde Hichilema as the President of the Republic of Zambia has brought free education. So what has remained now is the distance between the schools, which might be the hindering to our pupils.
The traditional leader further said the two new schools will transform the area.
And it will now bring the town here. So there will be change of things here in terms of economic activities that will be happening around here.
Lusaka Province Minister Sheo Muliata officiated at the groundbreaking ceremony where Education Minister Douglas Yakalima was represented by his Permanent Secretary Joe Kamoko.
It is also important to acknowledge the complementary works that the church is doing by adding on the number of schools in Rufunsa district. When we see people that believe in education coming here to Rufunsa to put up a school, it is so gratifying. We are grateful to you.
Rufunsa has a total population of 83 schools, but most of them do not have enough infrastructure to meet the demand of more than 53,000 learners in the district.
Jonathan reporting for Zanis News in Rufunsa.
To Luapula Province, now where the Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit, DMMU, has distributed 1,000 by 50 kilogram bags of relief white maize to Chisenga Island in Chelenge District. More in the following report.
Through the Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit, DMMU has commenced the distribution of relief maize to families whose fields were ravaged due to flash floods at Chisenga Island in the last farming season. Luapula Province Deputy Permanent Secretary Prudence Chinama flagged off the distribution of relief maize at Chisenga Island.
The maize and the families affected will receive today is part of the commitment to ensure that no one dies of hunger, and we will continue delivery whenever need arises. I mean to emphasize that this maize relief you are about to receive today is targeted at those assessed to be vulnerable with regard to the negative impacts of the floods that affected the island last season. Apart from the households, also schools will receive something for the school feeding program so that the pupil retention and attendance can improve.
Ms. Chinama has also assured residents here that government will soon work on the water channels on Lake Mweru.
The water channels will soon be worked on so as to improve on the movement of the goods and the people. I am aware that business houses shun this place because of the blocked channels. This is the reason why things are scarce and expensive here. Be assured that all that will be changed from today.
The relief maize has shared the beneficiaries.
kuti amapepala batirema fefina yata fyakatale moneka lero kupitira mu buteko bwesu baturorokesha poko bachawe cha bantu balire cyari kiriremo nabene bakwatwe enkumbusha ko bachaborokesha niko kuntu bekere mpaka vintu festival kabira fya moneka.
Yvonne Nombo reporting for Zanis News in Chirenge District.
Now, to promote peace and development in the African region, leaders of the International Conference on the Great Lakes region have urged journalists to adopt solution-based reporting for regional peace and development. International Conference on the Great Lakes region Deputy Executive Secretary Yasser Ibrahim has stressed that through objective and solution-based journalism, reporters can actively promote peace and prevent conflict. Godfrey Chikumbi is in Burundi and filed in this report.
The International Conference on the Great Lakes region, ICGLR, is an intergovernmental organization which was established in 2006 and composed of 12 member states in the African Great Lakes region.
Despite carrying this robust mandate of promoting peace building and development in the region, the International Conference on the Great Lakes region has had very little spoken about it.
ICGLR was primarily formed to deal with political instability, conflicts, as well as advocating development in the region.
Journalists drawn from the 12 member states of the International Conference on the Great Lakes region have gathered in Gitega city, the political capital of Burundi, ahead of the establishment of a network of journalists that will help raise awareness on the strategic objectives and mandate of one of Africa's most powerful intergovernmental organizations. Ambassador Yasser Ibrahim is the Deputy Executive Secretary of the organization.
We have seen the power of media in conflict prevention, resolution of conflict, peace building, and reconstruction. We are therefore confident that through objective, solution-oriented reporting, this network of journalists will highlight impact ICGLR interventions and encourage greater civil society participation in our programs. I urge you to share diverse perspectives and experiences on how we can build solid and enduring partnership between ICGLR and the media.
Ambassador Ibrahim wants heightened media coverage of the ICGLR activities.
This initiative will provide a platform for journalists to collaborate, share knowledge and experience, and promote the free flow of information across the region. The purpose of this workshop is to create a network of journalists that can serve as a forum for exchanging information, ideas, and best practices.
ICGLR is headquartered in Bujumbura, the capital city of Burundi, and Ambassador Bernardine Tairaja is ICGLR National Coordinator.
We hope that from this workshop, the journalists coming from different countries will be, first of all, themselves, they will be able to understand better, because the lack of knowledge, people may not inform.
For Zanis TV, Godfrey Chikumbi, Gitega, Burundi.
Tafimbwa Lubilo, a women cooperative in Matero's Mchinga Ward 28, has expressed joy at the Constituency Development Fund, saying it has improved their lives. Chairperson Mary Mwanza has told Zanis in Lusaka that since the formation of the cooperative, the women have been able to fend for themselves and support their families. Lakson Makoza now gives us the details.
Walubilo Women's Cooperative in Matero's Mchinga Ward 28 has ventured in business of making duvets. This was after the Women's Cooperative received 30,000 kwacha empowerment fund from the Constituency Development Fund. From the money received, the women managed to procure an industrial machine that it is using to manufacture duvets.
After selling, we make sure the capital, we put it aside. Then the remaining money, the profit, we get a bit of it, we take to the bank, we open an account with a net save. And the other money which is remaining, at least we buy mini. We are not suffering. We really appreciate the government for what they have done to us, because CDF has done a lot for us. We used to get money for Kaloba. We used to starve, but ever since this program started, things are okay. We really appreciate our president.
The innovation by the Women's Cooperative to venture in the tailoring of duvets has excited Mchinga Ward 28 Councillor.
This is very good, and
when starting, we started very slow, and from the look of things, these women have done totally something different from others, because most of the people that are coming to apply, they're applying for poultry, and they are keeping chickens, and these have come into production in terms of a different business. This quality is good, the duvets are good. I'm not trying to market, but I'm trying to encourage the people of Matero to support this cooperative, Tafimbo and Rubiro, and they are good, their stuff is good, if you can see. And I need to buy one to encourage them. So,
on a daily basis, the club is able to make between 6 and 7 pieces of duvets, which are sold at about 500 kwacha per piece. From the proceeds of sales, the women are able to take care of their families while saving part of the funds to grow the venture. For Zanis, I'm Lakson Makodza.
On the Copperbelt province, over 100 people with sight challenges have benefited from free distribution of reading glasses from government in Lufanyama district. The Zambia Flying Doctor Service eye specialist Alinani Simwanza confirmed the development during their outreach program. Agrippa Silumbwe has more in this report.
It is believed that at least 1 out of 7 people around the world needs glasses due to escalating eye problems. And today, specialists from Zambia Flying Doctor Service operating in Lufanyama have discovered that about 70% of people visiting health facilities every day have sight challenges.
What I found here is that many people have challenges with the eyes. 70% of the people that are coming to the clinic have a challenge with the eye. The common cases we are finding in this outreach program here in Lufanyama are, number one, the reading challenge. We call it presbyopia. So it's an instance where people are finding it hard to read. So these are the people we are distributing to reading glasses. Number 2 is the cataract. So cataract, as referred to in Bemba as utuvale, where the lens in the eye becomes opaque.
Over 100 people have so far been screened and given free reading glasses by the visiting eye department here.
ngefe batwangusha kutuletera amagrasi ngabalanda kuno bantu chinga chali chaffe okweba titwinga n'ama transport okulaba kukitu okulapimisha
chilipirire ni free batumave free n'amatablets batupe basaizo kachita amagirazi pa boma pa pe type ilefweka tailiko namokolefweka pa boma but at least pepe.
Reporting, I'm Agrippa Silumbwe, Copperbelt Province.
And finally, Northern Province Permanent Secretary Bernard Mpundu has advised local authorities in the province to ensure that projects that are budgeted for are prioritized. Mr. Mpundu says the move will ensure that projects are fully implemented within the scheduled period. More in this report.
This health post in Kashitu ward of Chilubi district, which was constructed 12 years ago, was not operational due to lack of supporting infrastructure. But government, using the 2022 Constituency Development Fund, CDF, constructed a staff house and drilled a borehole, which have been completed. Northern Province Permanent Secretary Bernard Mpundu, who handed over the supporting infrastructure in readiness for the opening of the health post, has a message for local authorities.
No, there's a shift. A shift. The money we are talking about for CDF is here in Chilubi, in the office of the Council Secretary. And there is no need to propose a project and that project is only done halfway. Because the money is there. Why would we fail to finish up the project? So, takuli ukupanga project yakana shayo.
The district health office says once operational, the center will help address challenges facing people in the area.
And we used to get a lot of problems, especially where maternal cases were concerned. We noted to say that we had a rise in home deliveries. Not only that, we had a lot of bad outcomes where neonatal health is concerned.
The community is also happy with the development.
so tulefa abatwiswireko bwangu ichipatala lero futi lambenshi yene turashupikwa mkwaibo batubikirako na chimbi.
The permanent secretary also handed over the CDF monitoring vehicle to Chilubi Town Council. Taonga Nkoma reporting for Zanis in Chilubi.
Well, Taonga Nkoma's report brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, let's take another look at the top stories. President Hakainde Hichilema to commission Kasama Airport. Chief Bundabunda hails government for free education. And journalists urged to embrace solution-based reporting. Thank you so much for watching the news. On behalf of the entire news production crew, my name is Henry Himonde. Until next time, it's goodbye.